Welcome to Virgis Funhouse.
Come find us on Twitter and Instagram. Please subscribe and hit that bell to be notified of new videos.
Hey guys, welcome to Burgess Funhouse. We are in Vehicle Simulator for Rick's Boombox. So it's easier if you spawn as a police officer because we are going to be driving around a lot. So let's get our car here. We did that by clicking vehicles at the bottom. All right, so we are going to first go up here to this location. And if you click up there, you can actually mark it on your mini map. So that helps out a whole lot. So it is just a little bit past the location that we marked, and ignore my horrible driving skills. All right, so we're here at the laboratory. So let's run in here, and then we need to put in this code here on this box. So we need to hit chocolate, hot dog, Black Cola, pink, white, hot dog, and Black Cola. And then once we do that, this secret area right here will open up, and we need to just take this down. Right, so let's ride all the way to the bottom of this secret area. Right, so when we run in here, you can see that there is a machine here, and it says we need to get 8 data drives. So we have to find those. Now first we need to grab these goggles right here. You run over the top of them and click purchase and click OK. Click the check mark there. So you go to settings and you see it right there. Click it and then click check, and that will put them on for you. All right, so now there's really, I mean, you can get out maybe, I don't know, but the easiest way to do that is just to jump. It even tells you might as well swim, right? So we're going to pretty much reset here. And then we are going to get in our vehicle, and I'm going to show you the different spots around the map. So first we're going to go down here. You see, and you click it, and you can actually set that route for you there. So we're going to go down there and get in our vehicle and drive. Right, so don't forget you need to go to settings and equip it again since we died. It took it off, so now we're looking right here behind this sign, and you can see it now glowing green, and it actually makes a sonar noise also as you're getting closer to it. So you see we have 1 out of the 8 there, so we need to head back to our vehicle. And since we did not reset, it still keeps them on. So now we're heading over here to the right. We'll click there and set our route. So now we need to head in through here, and there it is shining right there. So that is our second one there. So now we are going to head up here to this dock area. So we'll click this to help us get close to it. And you see it says I was caught speeding. That's why you want to be a cop, so that these bots don't pull you over. So now we're here at the end, and we are at this container here. We need to run inside here to get our third one. So there's our third one inside this container at the end of the docks. All right, so let's go ahead and just reset. That'll be a little bit easier than trying to drive all the way back over there. So let's pull out our vehicle here. All right, so let's click our map. The next location we're going to is right here. And again, I just clicked a waypoint that was close to it there. All right, so we're heading that way. All right, so when we get right here, don't forget, since we reset, we need to put our goggles back on. And then we need to go just around the corner just a little bit. So let's head right here. There we go. So there is our next one. Right, so let's run back to our vehicle here and get in and pull up our map again so we can see where we're going to head to. So this time we're heading up to the top of the racetrack, which is actually the farm area here that we want to go to, and go to this barn that's over here. You can see it glowing already. So we'll run over and grab that. Right, so now we have 3 more left. So let's head back over to our vehicle. I'm just going to respawn one instead of running. It's a lot faster. Okay, so we want to head to this weird like little road there. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere, it seems. So let's head over that way. And there we go. And it's over here at this little campsite. You can see it kind of right ahead there. All right, so we grabbed that one. Now we have 2 left. All right, so let's get our vehicle. We actually need to, so we're headed toward this mountain loop over here. So we're going to get in our vehicle and head toward the mountain loop. And you see that crane right there, that's where we need to go. So we need to actually climb to the top of this crane here. Not that way, but inside. So we're going to take this ladder here all the way to the top. And you can see the green's already starting to glow. There it is. Need to hop over. Oh no. So yeah, climb up on the side, not the front like I did. All right, so let's go over and grab this here. There we go. And we can go ahead and you can just hop down. You don't have to climb down because there's no fall damage. All right, and my car's still rolling. Stop, stop. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's look at our map here. And now we need to head to this little house down here in this little community area. So there's no location to take us to there. All right, so we're here right here around this little corner here, and there it is. So now you see a special cutscene showing the lasers have been removed from that special laboratory that we were at before. So we need to head back to the laboratory that we started at. So let's just go ahead and reset and run back outside the police station here. And this door is just weird. I don't know. Right, so you can spawn your vehicle and get in your vehicle, your police car. Wow. Right, so let's drive away in our vehicle. Thankfully, we did not just get ran over. All right, so we're heading back to that same location that we were in before. Now, I clicked the wrong location. You'll see in a minute. So just make sure you head to that location because I was trying to go to the farm again. All right, so we're heading up there. And we're almost there. All right, so now we need to come over and we need to put in our secret code again in order to go back downstairs. So let's put our goggles back on. I don't know that you actually need it, but I'm going to just in case. All right, so let's do chocolate, hot dog, black sea, pink, vanilla, hot dog, black sea, and it should open. There we go. Okay. All right, so let's head back down. I'm going to speed this up a little bit for you. So instead of jumping in the water, you want to take that hallway and jump all the way down the steps here. You don't have to jump across that green goo, just run beside it. Spawn your car and go all the way to the end here. There we are. And right there you see this little doorway. So you go in here and you need to put in a code. You need to put in 1985 here. 1985, hit OK, and we have started the launch sequence, so we need to get on the rocket. So we're going to get on the rocket and it's going to shoot us up, and you see there we now have our badge, and that is how you get Rick's boombox in Vehicle Simulator. Funhouse, I am in Robloxian High School, and I'm going to show you how to get the Bombastic Outfit. You get the bling, the jeans, and the hoodie for doing this quest. Again, this is an older one, but I wanted to show you guys how to do it in case you missed it like I did. All right, so we need to come in, and I'm going to show you the door that you need to go to after you get the key so that you can see that there is something special here. So we have to run down this hallway to the right here, all the way down right past the workshop, and it's the door right after the workshop. So you see that the door's locked, you can't go in, but if you zoom out and you do your camera just right, you can see there's a special portal in there. So we have to go to the library, and we have to be at the library and sitting in this seat before 8 o'clock or before 12 o'clock. So you do have to do some waiting if you're not in there in enough time. So you see that it's almost time here. So now the key has spawned. It's right behind me. We need to click it in order to grab it. Oh, let's grab the key here. Now we need to run it to that special room that I showed you guys. So let's take this key and run down here. And remember, you can hold shift to sprint. And we're almost there. And it unlocks the door for you, and here is the portal. Now you can do it with someone else, so if you're not good at obbies, I'm not very good at obbies. Ratina here is helping me because now they have updated it so it will save your progress. I know originally it wouldn't save your progress, but now it does. So you don't have to start completely over, but you do have different checkpoints. So she was there to help me out in case I couldn't get past any point. You see it says obby checkpoint saved. That means she's already made it to the end and made it to a checkpoint, not the very end, but to the next checkpoint. So we just need to jump up here, and most of this isn't very difficult. You obviously don't want to step on these red things here. But there's a couple spots that I want you to be really careful of, and I will tell you when you get there. That, gave me a little bit of trouble, and I'm sure gave a lot of people trouble when it first came out since you couldn't save at any checkpoint. All right, so we're just taking our time because it's not about hurrying when you do an obby. Now this right here, this is what I wanted to tell you. You have to jump across these quickly or you will fall because they do not stay there. And there's another spot later that we'll get to that does the same thing. So you have to hop across these really quickly because they fall under your feet. All right, there we go. And then this, obviously, you just have to avoid the big red spots. So my strategy is just hit the jump button first to go up high and then barely hit W. That's how you get kind of through these little tight spots here. So jump and then tap W. Don't hit W and then jump because you'll almost always hit it. And it kind of works on these things too if you have trouble hitting these as well. All right, so we just need to hop up here. All right, and almost there. And you kind of just watch where you go to make sure you have enough space in between the ones that you need to. And remember, you still can sprint and jump at the same time to get you a little bit further as well if you need it. All right, so I'm glad this is another spot where they will fall fast. So you have to jump across quickly. You see how they're disappearing under my feet. So you have to be careful here. And again, remember, you can sprint and jump if you're brave enough. It does save your checkpoints here, so it's okay if you fall. All right, so obviously we're avoiding the big red or orange circles here. But those really were the trickiest parts of this obby. Um, Other than those things that fall, it's really not too bad. All right, so here we go. Again, in this spot, if you have trouble hitting these layers, just jump first and then hit W. Especially going uphill like this, it makes it a little bit more difficult. All right, now these things don't spin too fast, so it's actually not too hard to get around. Go across our pancakes here. Right, there we go. And then again, on this one, you might want to jump first and then hit W so you don't accidentally run into them. Then we need to jump down here and jump across the cereal bowls. And who doesn't like free stuff for their avatar? So that's where this kind of comes in. It's nice because you get some free stuff for your avatars. How awesome is that? Right. Oh no. And I left this in because I wanted to show you. I fell and got stuck here. You can get out so you don't have to reset. So I just had to zoom in here and try to find the path that I could to get out. I would have cut so that you guys didn't have to watch this part, but just in case it happens to you, I wanted to leave it so that you know if you happen to fall down right here, I don't know how I ended up falling. It was just very bad. I'm not good at obbies, but you can actually find a way through the celery and get out. So I almost made my way out here, and then you can just kind of hop up over the top. There we go. All right, so, okay. So I thought I was going to have to reset, and I didn't know what that was going to mean for everything. Thankfully, I did not. All right, now this one you have to watch out for these rolling balls and the red, so just use the celery stalks to kind of help you. My strategy was just to kind of sprint through and hop fast, and that really worked. All right, and that is it. Hop down here, and there it is. You see it. That is how you get the bombastic outfit in Robloxian High School. Thank you guys. We are in Sharkbite for the Helm of the Riptide and Armor of the Riptide. Again, this is an older event, but you can still get these items by doing the quests. All right, so the first thing that you need to do is you need to be the shark. So in order to start up everything, you got to hope that you get the shark first. And in case you ask, yes, they did make the boss battle a little bit easier, so it kind of pays off sometimes to wait. So luckily, I was able to get the shark, so I will show you what you need to do as the shark. So the first thing that we need to do is get 4 buoys, red buoys that are located around the map. So we kind of need to go toward the outside of the map and just kind of make our way in a circle. You can see that first one right there. So just kind of watch as I do it. This is our first one, so all we need to do is run over them and then just go in a circle on the outside of the map. We want to stay on the outside edges of these islands. So we're just making our way around. We can see the next one up ahead. And remember, you can push the space bar to boost. Just don't miss the buoys. There we go. There's two. So we have two more. So again, we're staying along the outside here of these islands, and we can see the next one coming up. So let's go and grab that one. And now we have one more, so we can cut on the inside of this one a little bit because we know it's not going to be that close. And there is our last one. Once you get the last one, you will get a special boost. Do not use the boost because we will need it in a moment once we grab this last buoy. So let's go over and grab that one. And now we need to, let me make sure I grab that. Yeah, okay, so you see, you know you have all four when you have the super boost, so don't use it yet. All right, so we need to make our way back to the lighthouse, and there's a special area under the water that is green. You see that right there? We need to use our super boost right into that area, and we see a fish here who tells us that we have to do some more stuff for the quest. So we'll go through this cutscene here. And then now you can have fun as the shark. All right, so now that we are done, we need to come over here in the lobby and go to this special picture here and say, you're going to need a bigger boat. So once we see this picture, we type it, and I think you can actually click say it, but I went ahead and typed it just in case. And you see we were given those 4 buoys that we need to use for the next part of the quest. So the next part of the quest, you have to go to the Titanic and you need to be a human. You cannot do this as the shark. So good luck not being the shark again. All right, so now we need to head over to that island to go to the Titanic. And remember, it is the northwest kind of island there. So I'm like, oh gosh, I already forgot where to go. So we're going to actually turn and head that way. And I'm also looking for the shark because I'm doing it with my kids and they're not always the best at helping out with quest stuff. All right, so there we go. We need to head back here. Let's go back here to this northwest island here. And there's the shark over there. So let's hope that he does not grab me. So we're going back here. There's the little island. So we need to head back this way and right where the shark is at, of course. And we will see the Titanic under the water. So if we look down, you can see the Titanic down there. So we need to hop off and swim to the bottom. So now we need to put these 4 buoys, and I'm going to show you the 4 locations that you need to do it. So right here at this part, there are these hooks on both sides. We need to push E to attach the buoy there, swim across to the other side, push E there. Now go to the back of the boat or the ship. I don't know, it could be the front of the ship actually. But to this other side over here, and at the top, we need to put the buoy here and then one on the right side. So we do that, and you see that now there is a special cutscene. So now we watch this cutscene and we know we've officially done it correctly so far. There we go. And if you have time, you can make your way back over to Leonard, but I did not have enough time. So now we need to be human again, or like I said, if you can make your way all the way back to that fish and turn in the quest, then that's even better. So I had to obviously start another map, and now we're going to go back over to where we first broke the wall as a shark, but you cannot do it as a shark. You have to do it as a human. So you want to try to get it before, right after you do the Titanic part, before you have to start another game. But in case you didn't get there in time, I'll show you exactly where you need to go again. So it is on the back side where the viewing area is of the lighthouse. I had a little bit of trouble finding it. I don't know if it's because it was dark or what, but had no trouble finding it as a shark. It's just as a human, for some reason I did. So don't hop off right here on this side. Actually go to that second pillar, and you need to be at like right there near where that second pillar is at. You can tell I kind of have to swim around a little bit more. So don't jump out quite as early as I did. So see, we're right here near the second pillar here. So we need to go down and around. And yes, my kids did kill me before I could do this. the first time we tried, so we had to do it again. So if you die, it's fine. It doesn't mess you up. All right, so there's our fish. Let's go over here and talk to him. And you see he gives us a special gem, and we have to use that gem back in the lobby area. So you can let the shark get you, or play the game however you want to do it, because we just need to go back to the lobby. All right, now that we're back at the lobby, we need to go up to the top, and we need to find a telescope. So let's go all the way to the top up here and hop off at this doorway. Oop, there we go. And now we need to point this. We have to push E to put the gem there first, and then we need to point it at the sun up there. So the easiest way to do this is just to go right until you see the lighthouse. Use that as your guide because it is to the right and up. So I'm going all the way over till now I see the lighthouse. So there, and now I'm just going to go up from there. Keep going. And a little bit to the left, so we need to get it right in the middle there. There we go. So now a special portal opens up, and we need to go in this portal for the boss battle. Now they did make this boss battle a little bit easier, still kind of difficult, but it is easier than it was before because the fourth phase used to have a laser and things dropping from the sky, but now it's just the laser, just the same as the phase 1. You understand in a minute. All right, so phase 1 is avoid the big red laser. And again, this repeats in phase 4. Thankfully, it doesn't have phase 2 also combined. So we just need to avoid the big red laser here. Not too difficult. Just avoiding the red laser. And after this red laser, he's going to shoot out some homing missiles. And you need to try to get those homing missiles to hit him. So for some reason, I struggled with this a couple of times, but you just need to turn sharp so that it hits the back of his tail here, which I'm struggling with. Go, go, go. There we go. Turn sharp. Don't stop, because if you stop, I promise you won't get started back up in time. All right, so now we need to avoid these black circles. So I found that it's actually easiest if you stay close to the shark, because not as many drop in that area. So just kind of hovering right here around the shark's tail here, and very rarely do they actually spawn this close. However, if you stay super still, obviously they will spawn on top of you. So you don't want to get hit. However, if you do get hit and die, it's okay. It will restart you at the beginning of the fight. So I did die once, and it just restarts you back at phase 1, and you can try it all again. Now, this one we just obviously have to avoid the red laser, so you just keep going in a circle and hope that you don't get hit. It's not too bad. It's actually, as long as you just keep moving, it doesn't hit you. And then after this, more of the homing beacons, or homing rockets, I guess I should say, are going to come out. And again, you have to run those into the shark. So you have to take that really sharp turn, make it hit his tail, and then watch out for the next phase. So now we have the laser we have to avoid again. And this is where they made it easier. Used to, you had those big black circles along with this laser. Thank goodness they took that out, because that would have definitely been a lot more difficult. So we just avoid the lasers, and then again run those homing missiles, those homing bombs, into his tail for the last time. And then we're not done yet. You do actually have one more step to complete after this is done. Yay, we defeated the boss. All right, so now it's going to take you back to what looks like the lobby, but it's not quite the lobby. You'll see a cutscene. And you can see that the seas have parted. So we have to go down here in this part, and we need to run to go grab our item over there. You can see it at the end in that special white little monument looking thing. And that's all you have to do. You run down here, you touch the helm of the Riptide, you get awarded the badge, which gives you the helm and the outfit. So that is how you get the helm of the Riptide and the outfit of the Riptide. Burgess Funhouse. We are in Bee Swarm Simulator, and I'm going to show you how to get the How to Program Basic Hat. And in case you missed this because of RB battles and other things like that, I did too, so it is actually still available to get. So first you need to go to the little wheel up here and click on promo codes here and type these in. I'm going to play it so you can see, and I will also list them in the description below. Okay, so we need to run up here to the right. So follow where I go. We need to go over and talk to, well, we need to come to this computer, grab this here, and run back to the store here. And we need to go and buy some special goggles. So make sure you do have honey. You do actually have to have, I think, 70 honey in order to get this item. So let's hit E and open shop here. And let's go over to our goggles here and hit craft, and there we go, it is equipped. So now we need to run back up to that big green screen that we were at before. And we'll be coming back here a lot. So when we get here, we need to press E to look inside the computer. Now he is going to show you some symbols, so you need to be very careful and pay attention to the symbols and write them down. Yours will be different than mine. And you can always push E again to look at it again and write them down. Alright, so first off we need to go to this field here, and we need to click here to put in our symbols. You can see I'm putting them in the order that it showed me. So we are in the field and we're just clicking until you see those smiley faces there. Now you know that you have it, so we can leave the dandelion field and go back to the computer again. Again, we're going to push E to look into the computer, and you'll notice that he shows you a symbol, but he kind of just disappears. Well, we have to actually go and find him. Now, he can be in several different locations. He can either be in the sunflower field or the mushroom field, so you need to look for him in both of those locations. I think he can teleport to another field also, but if you kind of hover in between these two, you'll be more than likely to find him. It only took a couple minutes for him to show up. You can see he's not there, so I'll run back over to the sunflower field, and you'll see that he shows up right there. So now we need to pay attention to the symbols that he is showing us and write those down, because we will need to do them in the order that he is showing us. So make sure you're paying very close attention and write all these down. So remember, your symbols may be different than my symbols, so make sure you're writing your symbols down. Okay, so now that we have that, we need to go over here to the corner, make sure your backpack is not full because it won't work, and click, and now you need to put in the first symbol that it showed. Mine was the and mark. And now we need to go over to the mushroom field here. And we need to repeat the same thing, but we need to do the second symbol that it showed. And again, you can see him over there, so if you forget, you can always go look at him while he is showing the symbols again. And then now we need to go up to the Clover Field to do the last symbol. So we have to run over here to the corner and put in our last symbol here. So you keep clicking until you get to the symbol that you need, and then you'll see that a smiley face shows up when you have it correct. So if you didn't get it correct, try it in another order, because it is a little bit difficult to tell where the starting point is when it is showing it to you on the little B. So now we need to go up here to the computer again, and this time he is going to show us some letters that we need to write down. So push E to look inside the computer, and now write down the letters. Remember, yours could be in a different order than mine. C stands for clover, M stands for mushroom, D stands for dandelion, and S stands for sunflower. So you need to go to those fields in that order, and you're going to find a symbol in each one of those, which of course you need to keep track of as well. So my first one was the Clover Field, so I need to run up to the Clover Field up here. And again, you don't want your backpack to be full, because you need to click around until you find that symbol. It will pop up, be big and black like it was before. So I'm just kind of running around and clicking to try to find and uncover the symbol. Mine is a question mark, so I know question mark is my first one. Now I need to go to the mushroom field, because that was my next letter. Now I have an and. so now I need to go to the dandelion field over here. That was my next one. So again, I'm writing these down as I go. I'm clicking to try to find the letter, waiting for it to pop up. Okay, now I have the star. And then I need to go to the last one, which is the sunflower. And there we go. All right, so now that we've done that, we need to head over to the blue flowers over here, this field. And we're going to put in all of those symbols in order. So my first one was the question mark, then the and sign, and remember yours will be different, then the star, and then the little, I don't know even what that is called, sign. So once I do that, you will see again smiley faces show up so that you know it is correct. So grab your rewards, and then we need to head back again to the computer screen. Right, so once we're there, we need to push E to look inside the computer. And there you go. That is what you need to do to get the How to Program Basic hat and Bee Swarm Simulator and the badge. Burgess Funhouse, we are in Dungeon Quest, and we're going to get the Chaotic Top Hat. Now, I know this is an older event, but again, I did not get the chance to do it, but they have actually made it easier, so maybe it's a good thing to not always do things right away. So I'm going to show you the steps. I'm not going to fast forward because it is hard to do in fast mode if you're not familiar with the map, so just follow where I go. First, we need to find certain gems, and we need to touch them in a specific order. So again, just follow me, and you can do this in real time. I don't go super fast. That way you can kind of follow along as I do it. I'm trying to keep it to where you won't have to pause the video, and you can just do it along with me at the same time. If you're on a computer, I know at mobile you can't really have both up at the same time. So we're making our way down this path here to find the first gem, and it's right here behind this tree. Here's the red one. Just gotta run over it and touch it. Alright, now let's head and get the next one. And remember, you do have to do these in order. This is the most time-consuming part, is the running around trying to get each gem because you are super slow. Alright, so now we need to head up here beside this water and go up here and behind these buildings here. Keep going up the hill. And it's right here behind this building in this little crack. Once we get right here around the corner, there we go. There's the yellow one. So now let's go get the next one. So we're staying up here in the trees, and you can see it already right there behind this tree. There we go. All right. Let's run to the next one. Back toward the starting area. And again, we're going over here to this bridge area, but not too much further. We actually need to go in the water here, and there's a little cave hidden under here. Oh, there it is, you see it? We need to swim down here, and here is our next gem. Grab that one and go back up. Right. Now let's go back across the bridge here. And right here, up this little mountain kind of thing, and across on this wood. And right here behind this tree is our next one. All right, now let's head to our next gym. So back down toward the starting area and across the bridge. This time we're going over here, so let's go down the dock and we need to jump across the water over there to the land. So let's hop off, take a little swim. Almost there. Right, and there's our purple one. Let's grab that. Right, so now let's head to our last one. This one is the most difficult because it's an obby. However, I'm not good at obbies and I did it the first time with no problem, so you should be able to also. So let's run back to the starting area and go around behind here. Under this little tunnel. Now we need to go back here into the mine area. Head through this black stuff, and here is the obby part. Again, it's really not that difficult. I'm not good at obbies at all, but I had no issues with it, so we just kind of have to go along. We're not going to do the complete obby. We stopped just short of the end. So let's jump across. This one is like the most difficult part, but like I said, it's still easy to do. Just make sure you're jumping to the ones that are close enough together so you don't fall and have to start over. Oh, almost missed that one. Alright, and here you just want to make sure you get to the edge before you try to jump across. There we go. And we just need to head straight ahead through that door. We don't have to go to the left area. We can just go straight. And there is our green gem. There we go. Yay. So now we need to head back outside. So let's hop down and run back through the crazy black stuff here in this doorway. Now this is where the quest is so much easier than it was before. Once we get out here, before you had to do some really crazy stuff. I'll kind of tell you where you needed to go before. Like I said, though, it's not absolutely necessary. Before, you had to come all the way up here, and there are these crazy lights that are up here, which, I mean, it still happens, but you had to look at these lights and you had to keep track of how much they blinked or how many of them blinked. Thank goodness they changed that. Now you don't have to look for that special code because that was extremely difficult. Now you just have to go straight to the doorway and it has the code there for you. So I'll show you exactly where you need to go. So once you leave the cave, you just follow where I go. And we're going to go to the doorway and put in the code that you would have had to get the hard way, but now it is not so hard. And I have Ratina here. She came to check on me. Great, so let's head back over here into the water, and you can see right there is where you need to put in the code. Thankfully, the creator put the code back here behind the bars. You can see it. It says 154223. I'm not sure if your code will be the same as mine, but it's right there, so it doesn't really matter. We're going to put that code in and then hit the green button, and we're going to be teleported straight to that area. Time for a boss battle. Now this boss is a little bit difficult. First we have to get through this little obby. And again, I'm not good at obbies, but I didn't fail at any parts in this obby, so hopefully you won't either. We have to destroy this barrier here. And remember, use your special abilities Q and E to help do a lot more damage than just your regular attack. Which of course you can do your attack while your special abilities are not up. Right, so we just have to jump across here, and the crazy numbers kind of throws your eyes off a little bit. So I was a little worried that I wouldn't be able to make it because it kind of makes you dizzy. But it is pretty cool looking. So this stuff right here is basic. It gets a little harder with those ones that turn right there. You just have to be careful and make sure you're in the middle of that platform. So no rushing, just take your time so that you don't fall. Oof, that was close. Alright, now that hard part is over. The boss battle is really not that bad. You do have 3 lives, so don't be afraid to use them. Also, make sure you're using your Q and E abilities. So you see the boss is here. So kind of just watch. He puts stuff on the floor that you need to be careful of. Obviously, you want to avoid these here, so that's a good time to use the Q ability because you can't get extremely close. And then you want to use the E ability when you can get a little bit closer to him. And don't waste it like I just did, but it's not too bad. Now, you have to be careful when the floor turns white. You need to get behind these and hide. However, obviously, I didn't make it, and you see it knocks off a good bit of your life. So, try to keep that in mind. As soon as it turns white, you have to move right away in order to get back there in time. But, again, if you get hit by all of them, I think you'll still be fine because you do have 3 lives, and this other stuff is really easy to miss. So now this comes up, you can't hit him, you have to go hit these energy sources. So you want to try to take these down fast so that you can avoid getting hit by all of his attacks here that are on the floor. So use your Q and E abilities when they come up so that you can get these down, and then go across and get the next one, avoiding the stuff on the floor still. Alright, so let's get this energy source down. And it just repeats just like this over and over. So luckily the stuff on the floor doesn't come up until the energy sources are down, like the big white circle. So just take your time, watch out for your stuff, use your special abilities. Alright, so now it's down and immediately goes to the stuff on the floor, so hide behind it. You see that one didn't do me any damage at all. So come up closer so we can use our abilities. You really don't even want to worry about getting super close to hit him with your sword. That's not important. You just want to try to use your special abilities on him. Because if you get too close, then you're going to get hit by a lot of those things on the floor. Oh no, I'm going to get hit because I didn't run fast enough. Oh, and that's alright. That one didn't seem to do as much damage for some reason. So again, we're just using our Q and E abilities. You can see my life is slowly ticking away, but so is his. He is almost done. So just got to be patient. Keep using our special abilities here. Oh no. Yep, definitely wasn't going to make that one. I was too close. And again, you might not even really have to worry about going up and using the E ability. Oh gosh. It's alright. I died, but remember we have 3 lives. Alright, so now his sources are over here. We need to go and get rid of these energy sources. And if you keep moving, you see that the X is, when it first comes up, is right underneath your feet. So if you're moving a lot, you'll be less likely to get hit by those. And again, you don't even really have to worry about the E ability. It does do a lot of damage, but it's not something that is required because you really have enough time to take him down without worrying about being super close to everything. So technically we could just hit Q and stay a good distance away and really avoid the majority of the damage. But, you know, we have 3 lives, so it's not like we have to be that careful. Alright, this one's almost done here, so we should be able to get the boss down after this. There we go, so watch out for that on the floor. And then see how far we can hit him with that ability. We don't have to get close at all. So that allows you to get closer back here and avoid that. damage. That's the toughest one to get away from. Almost done. He's so close. That should do it. Yep. And there he is. And that is how you get the chaotic top hat in Dungeon Quest. Hey guys, we are in Bad Business, and I'm going to show you how to get 1 by 1 by 1 by 1's teapot, or 1x 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 1's teapot and outfit. Now this is an older event, but I missed it, so just in case you did, I'm going to show you how to do it too. First, you need to input this unicorn code by clicking that gift button down there, and you will see you have VR goggles. So we need that for the quest. So let's go up to outfit, and we need to equip it by going to face, and then there you see the goggles. So let's click that so we equip it, and then we need to hit back. All right, and back again. Now I'm doing it on Trainwreck. I'm in a private server, so I don't have to deal with other people killing me. I definitely suggest doing that. However, you can do it in a public server. Now we need to find 8 different unicorn pieces that we'll scan with our goggles. You don't have to have them all, but it helps. But I'm going to show you where they all are, just so you can use that to help you put in the special picture to get into the portal that we will need at the end. So we're using our VR goggles, which you can see around the screen here. And here's our first unicorn piece. All you have to do is stand there and wait for it to scan, and that is the first piece. So let's move to the second one, and you can hold shift to sprint here to help you. Here's our second piece. You see it looks like little pieces of a unicorn, so we'll be putting our like puzzle pieces together. All right, now let's go and grab our next piece here. There we go. There's our next one. Let's scan that one. Remember, you have to have these VR goggles equipped so that you can do this. All right, so let's go to our next one. And again, it's much easier in a private server because you don't have to deal with people trying to kill you this whole time. All right, so there is piece number 4. All right, so let's go grab our 5th piece. Hop up here. And there it is on the side of the crate here, this box. All right, so let's go and grab another piece here. Not this green building, sorry. I was thinking this green building. It is the other green building. Let's go over here to the other one. There's our building. And we actually need to go upstairs. And it's hiding right here under this little ramp. There we go. All right, let's go and grab our next one here. And remember, you can hold shift to sprint. Let's go upstairs here. And it is on this box here. There it is. Let's turn around and scan that one. There we go. All right, so we have one more piece that we're going to get. Ratina was kind of chatting and telling me, reminding me where to find them. So let's run over here and grab our last piece. It's right here in this circular kind of building here. All right, so there are all 8 of the special pieces that we need. All right, so now we need to go ahead and find the door. The door, I think there are maybe more than one, but I definitely know where this one is, so we're going to head to this one. It is over here in the train cars. So it's not this train car, but it's the one right behind it. There we go. Okay, so let's hop in there, and you see it here. So now all we need to do is make the unicorn picture. So we need to click on the pieces to get it to look like the unicorn here. So I'm looking at each of my pictures so that I can complete the picture. All right, last piece here. This is why you don't need all of the pieces, because you can make it in a different way if you want. So now that it uploads, it's going to teleport us to the special area where we need to do the rest of the quest. Operation Unicorn. Alright, so let's click begin down here. Now this one I'm going to fast forward some for you so that you can kind of see what to do. That V there, that's going to pop up every time we go to a new location to show you where to go. Now I suggest to kill the running zombies first because those will get to you pretty quickly, but they are really easy to kill. You right click to zoom in, and then of course once it says the area is cleared, you need to head to the V to go to the next location. And always look around when you get there to try to figure out where the zombies are spawning because you can get caught with them spawning around behind you. So be careful because you can only go so far. It does put up a barrier so you can't run backward to the last location. So always be aware of where that wall is so you don't get yourself trapped. So like there, for instance, I didn't know the zombies were going to spawn to my left. So I got hit a few times. However, it is okay. So just be aware of your surroundings at all times. And I left this part in so that you can kind of see where they spawn. So you can kind of know where to expect the zombies to be coming from. I did try to do this last night, but then my baby woke up and I ended up having to start over. And I did find it easier kind of having gone through it more than once to know exactly where they were spawning. So now remember this one right here, I could not go out that door, so I got myself trapped a little, so it's best to run kind of to the corners of this house here, but be aware that these ramps kind of do block you a little bit. These crawling zombies are a little scary, but it is really awesome at the same time. I do love these kind of games. We play Call of Duty a good bit, or we used to anyway. We haven't played in quite a while. So this game was really fun. It reminded me of that. And I really like the outfit that you can get. I think it is really cool. So out here, be careful because they do spawn all around you. So kind of run over to the trees to get away from first. And you see those red X's. It kind of is the barrier for this location. All right, so we're going to run over here to this V and again start looking around to try to see where the zombies are. Find your barriers so that you know kind of how much wiggle room you have. And then just hold shift to sprint when they get too close to run to a different area. And then let's go on down. We're almost done, not too much further. All right. And we're just kind of following this river here, and it says that up at the top of your screen to kind of give you an idea of where you're heading here. This area was a little tricky because of all the little hills, but you can see also it limits the zombies where they can go. It doesn't appear that they actually really try to go through the water, so that is a little helpful. So you don't get surrounded as easily in this area. All right, so I'm checking my boundary there, and I'm shooting the running zombies first, and then the crawling zombies, and then the others. So if you don't know where to go because the V hasn't popped up, then that means that you need to just make your way a little bit further down the creek line here. The little, I don't know, I wouldn't really say river, I would say creek. It does say river, but it's more like a creek to me. All right, so we're making our way down. It doesn't exactly say anywhere yet, but that's what we do. We make our way down. You see area cleared. Now we need to go up here. We're almost to town. Now this part is a little tricky. Someone said that after you get through this part, you can actually go find a truck to stand in. I didn't do that. Once you get past this first section though, I felt like it wasn't too hard. I just kind of kept my back to that barrier that I knew I couldn't go past. All right, so let's make our way over here. Now I think there's some truck around here that Ratina said that you can go in. It's a little tricky at first because they spawn like right under your feet, but once you get past that first little spawn, then you can see they spawn further away. So let's keep going, and remember you can hit R to reload at any time. I definitely recommend reloading in between kind of waves here. Now this is the area where you might want to find that big truck to stand on top of. You see it right there. I didn't do that, but it could be helpful, I suppose. I like to just have more room to run rather than kind of be stuck on one location. But it is harder for them to get to. Right, so almost have this whole wave done here, and we're just kind of following this road here. You can see they're starting to spawn further and further away, so I'm just following this road to find the zombies that I need. And oh my goodness, we are done. So you can see that it starts to turn white. You know, there are actually no more zombies. I wasn't sure, so I was kind of looking around, but you are zombie free at this point. So all we have to do is run over here, and you can already see it in the distance here, the unicorn that we had to put together. So once you come over here, you actually will drop down into a new spot. Whoa! And there it is. There's the teapot. So we'll run over here and we have to touch it. And then it will give you the teapot and it will give you the clothes. So you see the badge pops up there. So that is how you get the teapot and outfit in Bad Business. Funhouse, we are in Piggy and we are doing the Crown of Madness. So you need to go to book 2 and we need to be on chapter 1. So I'm here with Grayson and I'm just setting it all for me in my private server. So we need to do Allie's chapter 1 and book 2. And then I'm just going to let him be the player Piggy so that we don't have to worry about him while we're doing this. Now this one is a little bit difficult, so I suggest watching this video once for a playthrough before you attempt this yourself, because it took me a little while to find all the pieces that I needed to. All right, so the room that we need to get into is the Mop Room. So we need to make sure we go through and we unlock all of that. We don't have to do the whole map, but we need to get to where we have the mop and unlock the Mop Room. So I'm going to fast forward that for you guys to where we have that unlocked, and then we need to go in there and knock on the second door. All right, so now we have unlocked this, so we need to knock on this door and listen for the knocks. And I suggest typing this up in chat so you don't forget. My first one was 4, so let's go through here. And actually, we need to go back to the restaurant and go there. So let's run over to the restaurant, and we need to find the dice. Sorry, I went through the wrong door and got myself lost. All right, so we're going back to the very entrance here, and we're going to this bench over here in the restaurant. And we need to put whatever number you get from your knocks. Mine might be different than yours. So my first number was 4, so make sure you put in your first number. Now we need to go back to the mop room again, and we need to knock on the door again. So let's run back over here to the mop room. We have to do this time and then one more time after. But luckily the dice are a lot closer the next time. All right, so let's knock on the door and listen for the knocks. All right, so that was 4 again, and you can see the door moved 4 times. So let's sneak through this. This is a fast way to get to the next set of dice. And take this right here, and it's all the way down here next to these washer and dryers. All right, so now I need to put in 4, so you put in your second number, whatever yours was. Now let's go back to that same room again, and then we'll be coming back to the same area. So we have to listen for the knocks again. All right, so let's see. So 4, nope. Okay, so now we have our 7 here, so we need to go underneath here. And I don't know why I ran around the long way. You could have just went straight back through that little... It's right next to this yellow safe here. So I need to put in my last number of 7. Remember, yours will be different, so put in whatever yours was. So we have to remember these numbers for later. That's why I said put it in chat, because we'll need them later. So now let's come back to the door and knock, and it should open, and then we have to go to the next section. All right, so let's get through this part here. And I'm just retyping my numbers because I noticed that they did not show up. All right, so when we come in here, we need to come over here to these levers, and I'm not good at these kind of puzzles, but you have to make them all face that wall. They all need to point to the wall. So I'm going to speed this part up for you. All right, so we just need them all to face the wall, and the first time I did this, it was easy, but I did not escape in time, unfortunately. So let's make them all face the wall, and hopefully you're better at this than I am. Okay, great. Now they're all facing the wall. We need to run through this door. And remember, you need to do everything in a hurry because you do have a time limit. We need to click all of these lanterns here in the middle. Click them all to cut them all off. It just needs to be these middle ones here around the elephant here. All right, so here's our last one. Now we need to run back to those same levers, and this one is easy. Do the exact same thing that I do because you need them to face the opposite way. Hit this one and then the last one. Now run back through the door. You have to hurry because this door will shut, and you see another door is opening. So we run in here. And this is where we're going to use the code we used for the knocks. So we need to have those numbers and we need to find these on the wall. You see how there are different symbols on the wall. We need to count the number of lines that you see on the wall. So mine was 447. So I need to find one with a 4 and then a 7. So we need to click 4 first. So here's 4. So I have actually 2 4s. I have to click this one twice. And now we need to find the 7, the one with the 7 numbers here. Is that one 7? And that one is actually 7. I just counted wrong. So you look around and find all the different ones. That one is 8 there. Then we have a 1 here. So make sure you click only on the one that was your number. So also, if you click the wrong one, then you can't redo it. So make sure you click the right one. All right, so I'm like, okay, yeah, that one definitely has to be 7. You see the roof is coming down, so you have a limited time here. So let's click that one. Now we need to head back over to where Elephant's at, and you see the door is opened. So we follow Ellie, and we run through this door here, and that is how you get the Crown of Madness. Yay! So there's our Crown of Madness. It's the last thing in our Ready Player 2 event. And then we're going to go over to the hub to unlock everything. All right, so now we have all the items. We're in the Ready Player 2 hub. We automatically get the shirt and the hat, I think it is, for this. And now we just need to come stand on this middle pedestal here. You see that they start lighting up. And there you go. That is how you get the meta shades in the Ready Player 2 hub and all of the items for the Ready Player 2. You can find those videos on my channel and I will link them in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe and like this video. We will see you next time. Bye guys.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.